Alright, what is going on, everybody? I got a new mod here for the car. I don't know if you'd really consider it a mod. And no, it's not the wreath on there. It would not be that, but I mean, I guess I could clickbait you and say that's a new mod, but I did in fact open the door up here. If you guys can see by looking around, if you can see anything different in here, but as you can see right there, dun, 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 I got myself a double-din receiver here, and I got some new speakers. Now this double-din head unit I've had for quite a while, probably about 3 years or so, just sitting around. It was purchased as a Christmas gift, you know, quite a while ago. I just never bought speakers. I always ended up just buying something else or whatever. So this year I was like, you know what? I'm really getting tired of the stock head unit. I need to have a better sound on my car. So I ended up buying myself some speakers. If you don't know, the fronts are 6x8, and the rears in these, online it says 6x9 or 6x8. I know for my car it was 6x8. I'm pretty sure all the Police Interceptors are 6x8. I ended up buying 6x9s and modified it because I didn't want 6x8s. So you can fit them. You got to do some cutting and trimming. We use like some scissor snip things that are like electric. I don't know what you call them. I don't know if you can even be able to tell. I'll see if I can get back here and show you guys. You might be able to tell. If you look, we cut the metal. You can see it's all cut. It's not the best job, but we took the speakers. I moved the spare tire, obviously, because this gets in the way. But we took everything apart in order to do the speakers on this. You got to remove the back seat. You got to remove this. There's 3 bolts. I'll pull this out real quick. You got to remove this bolt here, the one in the center, and then the one over there. So you remove those 3 bolts, and then this pulls right out. I think it held in by like clips here. Once you pull this out, there's like little Christmas tree clips. I think there's one here in the back, one over there. You pull them out, and then this is ready to go. You just got to remove this as well. So it wasn't that hard of a job. I mean, doing it now, we'd probably do it faster and quicker. When we first did it, we were, you know, trying to figure out how to do it. So, I mean, as long as you know how to do it, it shouldn't take you that long, but it wasn't that difficult. But once we removed this, and we had some access to get the speaker, and then like I said, we, you know, we had to use like some electric tin snippers or whatever. I don't know what they're called. They're almost like electric scissors in a sense, and they just, you know, like they snip back and forth like that, and they cut around the metal. So we just used that and trimmed it. We were able to squeeze in the 6x9s. So if you are looking to install speakers in this, if you want to do it the easy way, just get 6x8s. But if you actually want to have a better sound system like I wanted to have, I wanted something better, I upgraded to a 6x9. They sound great. I got some JBLs in here. I usually get Rockford Fosgate, but someone I know that's like a sound guru was telling me try some 6x9. I tried to try some JBLs. Said JBL makes a good speaker, so I tried them. Lo and behold, he's right. JBL definitely does make a good quality speaker. So this is my first set of JBLs I've had, but I love them so far. No complaints. I mean, I'll try to show you guys. It's a Kenwood head unit. I'll give you the item number and everything, or the model number. I'll give you all the info, so you guys can have what I have if you really want. This is an older head unit. I don't even make it anymore, but it still works fine. Try to get some. Oh yeah, look at that.
He's won my out.
There you go. You can't really. You're not gonna be able to really get a good sound for it, but
hours upon hours, just
a lot of commercials here.
serving up. Welcome to the subways. Very low.
Okay, well, there's not really a lot of music on, but I mean, I can't even really give you song just so I can. You know, it cranks pretty good. I mean, obviously the GoPro is not going to do it justice, but considering I have no amp, no sub, no nothing, just speakers and the head unit, I mean, it sounds pretty good. Now, if originally getting the head unit in here, you had to modify it. When we were doing it, it was late at night. We were just kind of getting tired of doing it, so we ended up not doing the head unit. We thought there was like metal that you had to like trim, but it was actually just regular plastic tabs that go around the whole thing to fit the stock head unit. All you gotta do is you just got a Dremel, and we just, you know, just sanded it down with a little grinder wheel, and it slid right in. Now you need to have these special things for the Crown Vics. I'm assuming Grand Marquis are the same. These little like tabs here. We couldn't get it in all the way. It kind of looks like trash, but it is what it is. We just, for the life of us, could not get this to sit flush. So, I mean, it is what it is. Other than that, it does fit pretty good. Maybe different head units will fit differently. That's just my experience with it. But it really wasn't that hard to try to fit a double din in there. Like I said, just get a Dremel and then just sand right around like the edges there. You'll see the like little like lips that's just, you know, stick in. Just sand them down. It should slide right in. Getting this off wasn't too bad. There's a little screw behind here. It's a T30 or something. I had to buy a special, actually bought a little screwdriver. I think it's like a T20 or something. I forget what it was. And then there's bolts down here. One there, one over there. And then I think one on the side over here. Oh no, that's it, just the two. So, I mean, it really wasn't that hard at all. Oh, right here, I think that's the other bolt. But, I mean, that was it. Be careful of this. Mine's already broken. If yours isn't broken, just really be careful of these back tabs. They will break. Unfortunately, I ended up breaking that one over there, but it doesn't push up, so for now that looks fine. But this one's always been broken, so it is what it is. I'll have to buy a new one of these eventually. But, sounds great. Puts out a really good sound. I'll show you what speakers I got and the head unit, so you guys have the exact model numbers here. So there's a Kenwood DDX372BT. That's the receiver that I have. Works pretty good. I like it so far. The only issue I'm having is I can't seem to get my iPod or like even like an iPhone to connect to this. For whatever reason, they will not connect. It works Bluetooth, radio works, everything works besides the actual iPod. I'm going to call Kenwood tomorrow because today's Sunday. They're closed today, I'd imagine. So I'm just going to call them tomorrow and see exactly why, you know, I can't seem to hook up my iPod or anything. It's, you know, I got this so I can listen to my music, and I can't really listen to music unless I go through like Bluetooth and I go on YouTube or something and watch, you know, listen to music that way, which I've been doing. So it's kind of annoying, but for now, it will work. Now, for the 6x8s, they're the Studio, JBL Studio GTO 860. These put out a really good sound so far. Like I said, both these JBLs are great. I love them. I would highly recommend them. The rears I got here are the GTO 930, which is a 6x9. And like I said, if you want to do a 6x9, you're going to have to modify it, at least in the police interceptors. Maybe the standard civilian models are different, or the regular Grand Marquis. I'm not really sure. But I was able to, you know, modify and get 6x9s in the rear. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the setup I got going on. I don't plan on doing an amp and sub. I actually have an amp and sub in the Oldsmobile there. So, if I want, you know, to hear bass boom or anything else, yeah, I got the Oldsmobile. This, I don't really want to take up my trunk space and put a sub in there. I may have enough space right next to my spare tire, but the problem with those trunks is they're too deep. There's really nowhere to put a sub and amp. Like on this, the seat, you know, the trunk goes in further. It's not as deep, but it goes like back further, so you're able to squeeze in a sub. As this, you can't really squeeze in a sub up top. You're gonna have to put it like down below or somewhere, and you're gonna lose trunk space. So I'm not gonna even bother doing an amp and sub in that. Sounds good the way it is. It's perfectly fine. So, all right. That's pretty much for today's video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.